If everyone just uses plants as their medicine, as their food, their bodies will heal, the earth will heal, and we will no longer have these pandemics to worry about. We will no longer have a future to worry about.
There were some polls that were looking at people's consumption of plant-based products. And they said that in the UK, 20% of UK citizens were reducing their meat consumption, 15% were reducing their dairy and or egg consumption. In the US, you saw increasing sales of plant-based foods. And so I think what we've seen throughout 2020 is that people do take an acknowledgement of what's happening and will incrementally put changes into their life accordingly as well.
I think awareness has grown around the plant-based lifestyle exponentially, and we're going to see huge and rapid growth because the science and the data is there.
Plant-based diet is better for the environment, it's better for human health.
From an ethical perspective, it's profound. It's the only thing that seems to transcend all of these huge global issues that we face.
I want to measure my life by its impact on other species. And if I can make the ethical decision to not kill another creature to live, then I'll make that decision every single time.
As more and more people spoke out about plant-based diets, this is fueled by increased awareness around the animal agriculture industry, with factory farming being pinpointed as the single most risky behaviour for pandemics.
It's not a coincidence that we talk about avian influenza and swine influenza. Those are the two species that are farmed intensively the most around the world. Thousands and thousands of animals packed in together, and that's a very good environment for a new virus to emerge from a mutation.
You know, if you look right here at home, we are doing the same kind of practices that could cause global health disasters.
Most of the viruses that are on the CDC's watch list of viruses of special concern, most of them evolved on poultry farms.
Are these practices and are these rituals and these habits that we have as a species, are they really worth it? You know, is it really worth risking our entire future and our children's future because of a steak or a chicken breast?
And we're seeing this question being raised in the mainstream press in a way we haven't before.
It soon became even worse for the meat industry, which became recognised as a global health liability, and in the US was set to lose $20 billion due to COVID-19, according to a report by the Midwest Center. And as demand for animal products continued to plummet, the meat industry had to call on the US government's might for financial assistance.
The administration declared slaughterhouses essential industries and slaughterhouse workers essential workers, when indeed it's the opposite. We wouldn't have a pandemic if we were a plant-based society. So instead of calling slaughterhouses essential industries and the meat industry an essential industry, it is essential that we eliminate meat to prevent future pandemics.
The people that buy cheap meat pay for it 3 times. The first time at the checkout, the second through their taxes in subsidies to agriculture, and the third is through the cleanup cost to our health and to the environment, which is huge. But I think with COVID-19, that link between the well-being of society and the way that we treat animals is now coming home to many more people. We've got to remember that protecting people means protecting animals too.